Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to EduSkills. Please type in where are you from. Send some smiles and emojis. Morning, wherever you are. Welcome to EduSkills. Happy Villa. May God bless all of you who are struggling with OET reading. Good evening, Gina, Nishad, Saira Bano, good evening. Good evening, Ija from UK. Good evening, Happy Villa. Good day, Mrs. Everest. Shifara from Zambia, good evening. Happy Villa from Ireland, good evening. Kanenegi from Delhi, good evening. Binshi Jayman from Oman, good evening. Hope it's evening for you or afternoon, whatever. Yeah, you can greet me with your own timings, no issues. So I can greet you back with the same timing. Yes. Alfonso de Silva, yes, God bless you, Alfonso. Good evening, Maria. Rija from Alapura, good evening. Manjula, good evening. Kavya, Saudi, good evening. Good evening, Sarabjit Kaur. Rafiq Risham, Saudi Arabia, good evening. Good evening, Colin from Oman, good evening, everyone. Maria, send us sample test, more sample tests. Definitely, you can access them in the application as well as in Telegram group file segment. And if you need more, you can ask in the main Telegram group. Davangiri, Nursing Pro, good evening. Pakistani from Pakistan, good evening, good afternoon, Mercy Sham. Good evening, good morning. Daniel from UK, very good morning. Good evening, good afternoon. Yes. We'll start in 2 minutes. Just send us your concerns if you have any concerns regarding reading part A. We are going to deal with reading part A today because it was a special request from Joanna. She wanted something on reading part
Thank you,
A.
Father. Thank you
Yes.
very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Father.
You are most welcome. Yes. Right. Okay then, I need not introduce Arya ma'am, right? You are familiar, everyone knows Arya ma'am. Even if you don't know me, you definitely know Arya ma'am. So she's one of the senior most teachers at EduSkills, and she is a specialist in reading part A. And today she'll be dealing the initial part of the session. Later on, I'll come with some discussions and some tips as time permits. So over to Arya with a smile. Best wishes. God bless you all.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Father.
So yes, my name is Arya and I'm an admin panel member in EduSkills International. Anyway, as Father told, I don't think I'm an expert in reading part A, but still whatever I know, I'm able to share with you all. So let me share my screen first. Yeah. So once again, welcome to EduSkills International. So everybody knows it's a free online OET training platform. So join us in Telegram. The link is there in the description box. You can just click and join with us. Today we are going to discuss regarding reading part A. Okay. So when you will think about your OET, what comes in your mind first? It's like, yeah, it's okay if I get 350 in each subtest. Some of them will think like, okay, if I get 3 and 1 C plus, that is also fine. But as per EduSkills International, you need to focus only on A grade. That means 450 to 500 in all your subtest. That means for getting A grade in your reading subtest, you need to score 20 out of 20 in reading part A according to us. Okay. Because this part, that means the reading part A, is very easy and we have 15 minutes time and it won't take like 15 minutes if you know the strategies and tips what we are following in EduSkills International. So today, yeah, as I told, it's reading part A. So in reading part A, there will be 4 texts. Text A, text B, text C, and text D. And there will be a theme. Then 20 questions. And as I told, it's 15 minutes for 20 questions. And the greatest challenge or enemy is time. But if you are following EduSkills strategies and tips, definitely it won't be a challenge for you. Okay. Then the 4th one is expeditious or fast reading task. Because we are getting only 15 minutes time and we don't get time to read it completely. So we'll just read fastly. That means we'll just skim the text. So, yeah, I told you like we'll begin with the skim. So what you need to skim? So skim for the clues. So what are the clues? That means title, section headings, subheadings, names, number or percentage, sequential expressions, frequency expressions, scale, adjectives, and negative expressions. I know some of them are familiar with all these terms. If you are not familiar with these terms, please watch our videos. Definitely you will get an idea. But yeah, definitely I'll give you a brief idea regarding all these clues when we'll discuss the text. Okay. So need to skim for title. Definitely there will be a title. Okay. In today's topic, what is our title? It's managing diabetic foot ulcer. And there will be section heading, sometimes subheadings. And if any names means like any name. If it is a disease condition, name of a disease condition, name of the body part, or name of some bacteria, so medicines, whatever it is. Okay. Then number, percentage, some sequential expressions, frequency expressions, all those things. Then focus of each text. So what is the focus of that particular text? Okay. Today's topic is managing diabetic foot ulcer, and it's a official sample text 4. So thank you OET for allowing me to take this. So when you will read managing diabetic foot ulcer, definitely you'll understand which is related to your foot, like diabetic foot ulcers. So the text will be like this: text A, B, C, and D. So text A is assessing a diabetic foot ulcer. Then text B is applying dressing to DFU. When you will get materials, it will be like this, okay? Then text C is debridement of DFUs. And text 4 is dressing for DFUs, advantage and disadvantages. Now, we can skim our text. So as I told you, we need to skim our text. So you have 4 text, and maybe you can take 1 minute for all these text, 1 or 2 minutes time, okay? Maximum 2 minutes. So in text A, what you need to highlight, okay? Here, text A, assessing a diabetic foot ulcer. So you need to underline this, assessing a diabetic foot ulcer. And you need to read the first sentence so that you will get an idea what they are going to explain below. Okay, so here the clinical management of a diabetic foot ulcer will depend on what type it is. So now they have mentioned here what type it is. That means the type of diabetic foot ulcers. And definitely you won't get time to read this completely, whatever is there in this particular table. We won't get time to read it completely. So what you need to do is just read the headings, okay? Read the headings and just skim, okay? So here neuropathic is there, ischemic and neuroischemic. That are those are the types of diabetic foot ulcer. And here some characteristics are there: sensation, callus or necrosis, wound bed, foot temperature, pulses, then other typical location prevalence. So here, it is like if it is neuropathic, then how the sensation will be. There will not be any sensation. If it is ischemic, then it will be painful like that. So you will get an idea like, okay, what they have mentioned in this particular text. Now, what you need to do is you need to give a heading. That is the focus of this particular text. So types of diabetic foot ulcer. It depends on your thinking, okay? You can give what a heading according to you. So I have given here types of diabetic foot ulcer from my understanding. Okay, so this is types of diabetic foot ulcer. Then text B. So in text B, they have mentioned applying dressing to diabetic foot ulcer. So what are the things you need to follow, or what are the things you need to avoid? Okay, it's like do's and don'ts. Applying dressing to diabetic foot ulcer. So here something they have mentioned regarding like avoid bandaging over toes. Okay, just read, just skim. Okay, not reading completely, but it's skimming. Use appropriate techniques. Okay, avoid strong adhesive tapes. So something to avoid and something to ensure, remember, all those things. Okay, then the next paragraph is like for infected or highly exuding DFUs, inspect the wound and change the dressing. So something related to inspection, okay? So the assessment. So I have given the heading like application and inspection of dressing. So text B is like application and inspection of dressing. Now you can move to text C. It is debridement of diabetic foot ulcer. So here they have mentioned like foot ulceration, wound to facilitate heating, foot pulses, if foot pulses are present. So if foot pulses are present, something you need to do. If foot pulses are absent, you need to, the management is different, right? So then they have mentioned regarding non-viable or necrotic tissue, vascular surgery, just skim, okay? Then sharp debridement should be carried out by experienced practitioners, and it will be like specialist podiatrist or nurse. This is enough, okay? So from the heading, okay? From the heading only, we came to know that it's a debridement of diabetic foot ulcers. So the same heading I have mentioned here. Now, it's text D, okay? Dressing for diabetic foot ulcers and the advantages and disadvantages. So the types of dressing they have mentioned here. Low adherence means what are the advantages and what will be the disadvantages. So all these are the types of DFUs, and these are some advantages and disadvantages. So no need to read it completely, just mention the heading like types of dressing. Now, what you need to do is in the side of your paper, okay, you can just write like type of diabetic foot ulcer, put an arrow mark, application and inspection of dressing, then text C like debridement of diabetic foot ulcer, and text D is types of dressing. And what is the use of understanding this or remembering all these things is like when you will read the questions, even you don't go back and read the text if you know the focus, okay, for 1 to 6 questions. Okay, now we will move to 1 to 6 questions. For each questions 1 to 6, decide what text, which text A, B, C, or D the information comes from. Write the letter A, B, C, or D is provided. You may use any letter more than once. In which text can you find information about? These instructions will be same for all the materials, okay? So you can just start from the first question. So the first question is how often to change a dressing? Okay. So when I'll read the question, when I'll explain, like you can even comment in the YouTube as per your understanding, whether it is easy or not, if you know these strategies, if you know the focus of each text. See here, how often to change a dressing. So it's changing a dressing. Again, it's an application, right? Application of dressing. So how often to change a dressing? And one more thing I need to inform you all, like whatever is there in this question's keyword, key phrase, it will be a synonym of your focus, definitely. Okay. So here, change a dressing. It's like application. Changing means you're removing and then applying the next one. So application and inspection of dressing. Then second one, ensuring patients understand the consequences of tissue removal. What is the synonym or synonym of tissue removal in this particular focus?
Debridement.
Yes, debridement. So it's a medical term, right? Debridement, that means tissue removal. So we know that the answer is C. Now, reasons for not choosing certain products. So what is the reason if you're not choosing certain products? What is the reason? So where it will be? In the disadvantages. Correct. Because I'm not choosing this.
Types of
yes,
dressing.
I'm not choosing the particular product because of some disadvantages, right? So it will be in text D. The need to monitor a wound. Again, here the keyword is monitor, right? Or key phrase is monitor a wound. Again, monitor means inspection of dressing. Monitor a wound. Okay. Then how common each kind of DFU is? Again, each kind of DFU. Each kind of diabetic foot ulcer means it's a types of diabetic foot ulcer. Kind of diabetic foot ulcer. Types of diabetic foot ulcer. Now, sixth question. How good a dressing is at soaking up fluid? Again, how good a dressing? So, types of dressing. This is why I have told you, like, it won't take time. Because I'm just explaining, because of that, maybe I'm taking time. Otherwise, when you will read and write your answers, it won't take time. Maybe like hardly it will take 2 minutes time. Okay. Because you are not going and reading the text or skimming the text again. Because you know the strategies and you know the focus of the text. So you are just writing the answers even without skimming the text again. Okay. Hope it is understood. Can I move to the next session, 7 to 14?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Now, seventh one, what kind of DFU? So here you can write the answer like one word answer or short phrase, okay? Seventh question, what kind of DFU is it if a patient has lost all sensation? So when you will read the question, what you need to find out first is like from which text it is. If you don't know from which text it is, then you will search in all the text, okay? And then you may not get time to finish all your questions. So by reading the question, when you will read the question, just think about, okay, from which text it will be. So what kind of DFU? Then again, types of diabetic foot ulcer, not type of dressing, it's type of diabetic foot ulcer. So if the patient doesn't have any sensation, then what type of DFU it is. Okay, that is the question. Now, I'll just show the keywords first. Now, if a patient's DFU is beneath the nail, what kind is it likely to be? Again, if the patient's diabetic foot ulcer is beneath the nail, then what type it is? Again, it will be from the types of diabetic foot ulcer. Next one, ninth one, what type of dressing should you avoid if patient's wound is infected? So what is the key phrase here?
Type of dressing.
Type of
Yes, type
dressing.
of dressing. So you can easily identify from which text it is because it's text D. Yeah, we know the focus, it's text D. The sequence is like types of diabetic foot ulcer, application, debridement, and types of dressing. So it is from the types of dressings for DFUs. Now, if you need to fill a cavity, which dressing is best? Again, which dressing is best? So, from the types of dressing. Then again, which type of dressing may cause an inflammation of the skin? So again, type of dressing they are asking. Then, if cost is an issue, which dressing is best? Again, they're asking like, if cost is an issue, then which one is best? So it will be in the advantage, right? Then, which type of DFU? Now, the question is like types of DFU. So, it will be in text A. Now, which type of dressing provides moisture to a wound? So, here they're asking type of dressing. So, in this way, you need to find out the key words or the key phrase of a particular question. But it's not like you need to find out all the questions keyword first and then to write the answer. No. To explain you, I just mentioned like this, okay? So what you need to do is reading the questions one by one, write the answer, okay? So it's like this. What kind of DFU is it if a patient has lost all sensation? So which text it is? From which text the particular information is from? A.
Text
Text
A.
A. So here in text A, what kind of DFU? How to find out?
Sensation, we have to go.
Yeah, sensation. So they're just asking lost all sensation. There will not be any sensation. That means sensory loss. Why it is neuropathic? Because here they have mentioned painful. That means there is some sensation. If you don't have any sensation, definitely you will not feel pain. So here it's painful. That means the sensation is there. Here's degree of sensory loss. That means some level of sensory loss. So in neuropathic, it's completely no sensation. That means sensory loss. So what will be your answer? Neuropathy.
Neuropathy.
Okay.
Neuropathy.
Now, we are moving to next question. Question number 8. If a patient's DFU is beneath the nail, okay, if the patient's DFU is beneath the nail, what kind is it likely to be? Again, they are asking what type of DFU. So here, they
Typical
have
location.
mentioned a margins of and under toenail. So they have used the phrase here under toenail. But in the question, they have used is beneath the nail. And one more thing, please don't think like whatever is there in the question statement, the same word or the phrases will be in your text. No, it will be definitely like synonyms or synonymous language or paraphrasing. That means the words will not be same, but the meaning will be same. Okay. So don't go and search, okay, beneath the nail, where the word is beneath, like that. No, you cannot find out. I think most of them are searching like that. Because of that, you are not getting enough time to complete the reading part A. So here, beneath the nail means under the nail. So here, yeah, neuro ischemic. Now moving to next question. What type of dressing should you avoid if a patient's wound is infected? So from the question only, we'll understand that it's from the type of dressing and something you need to avoid if the wound is infected. That means it will be in the disadvantages, right? So concerns about use for infected wounds may cause maceration, unpleasant odor. So what is your answer? Hydrocolloids. Okay. So it's for infected wound. Yes. Next one. So it is very easy. Okay. If you need to fill a cavity, which dressing is best? Again, they're asking which dressing. So which text it will be in? Text
D.
Yes. Now to fill a cavity. Okay, that is the key phrase here. So search in text D. Yeah, you can just read fill a cavity. That means it will be in the in the advantages. So just
exception of the
bacteriostatic, hemostatic, useful for packing deep wounds. So packing deep
wounds.
Yeah. So instead of fill a cavity, they have used the phrase here, packing deep wounds. It's both are same. The meaning is same. Okay. But the words have used is different. So what will be your answer?
Allignates.
Allignates.
Now moving to next question. Which type of dressing may cause an inflammation of the skin? So again, type of dressing and may cause inflammation of the skin. That means if you are using the particular type of dressing, it may cause inflammation of the skin. What is inflammation of the skin? The medical term for inflammation of the skin. So you need to think about what. Yeah, now type of dressing, can check. Okay, disadvantages. So what is inflammation of skin? It's dermatitis, right?
Simple hypoglycemia.
Sorry. So occasional dermatitis with adhesive. That means forms will be the answer. They are asking which type of dressing. Okay. So the answer is forms. Inflammation of the skin, they have mentioned here dermatitis. Dermatitis is inflammation of the skin. Some medical knowledge definitely you need to use. Okay. Now, moving to the next question. If cost is an issue, which dressing is best? It's a positive statement, right? If the cost is an issue, which dressing is best? So it will be in advantage, right? Now check which dressing is best. Simple, hypoallergenic, inexpensive. Not much expensive, right?
Yes.
So which dressing is low
Adherence.
Yes. Now, moving to next question. Which two types of DFU often show signs of necrosis? Now, from which text it is?
Text A.
Text A.
Text A, because it's type of DFU, diabetic foot ulcer, not type of dressing. Okay. So which two types of diabetic foot ulcer often show signs of necrosis? We have read before like sensation, necrosis, wound bed, all those things. So necrosis, just check which type. Callus present and often thick. They didn't mention anything regarding necrosis. Here, necrosis, that means dead tissue. Common, then here minimal callus, prone to necrosis. So which are those two types of DFUs?
Ischemic and neuroischemic.
Ischemic and neuroischemic.
Neuroischemic, yes. Now move to the next question. Question number 14. Which type of dressing provides moisture to a wound? So again, it's a type of dressing.
Types of.
Yes. Text D.
D.
Now which type of dressing provides moisture to wound?
Hydrogels.
Hydrogels.
Yes. Why? Because here it's donate liquid. Moisturizing effect. So it is hydrogels. Like this, you can find out the answer very quickly. Okay. And now we're just moving to 15 to 20. Okay. I know I am a bit fast, but when you will do your reading part A, definitely you should be. Now, question number 15 to 20. So same like before, whatever is there in the like the answer, you need to fill in this gap. Okay. So 15th question. Check that dash will still go on after the dressing has been applied. So dressing has been applied after the dressing has been applied. That means from which text it will be. Something you need
Text
to check
B.
after the dressing. Yeah, text B.
Inspection.
Yeah, we'll check. So applying dressing to DFU. So here something is like avoiding, okay? So they are saying like check that, not to avoid. So you can just leave all this and come here like you can just check like ensure no. Remember that footwear needs to accommodate any dressing. So remember that footwear needs to accommodate any dressing. That means what is your answer? Check that footwear still go on after the dressing has been applied. Is it same?
Yes, ma'am.
The meaning is same, but it's completely paraphrased. Okay. Now, 16th one. The dressing should follow the shape of the wound so that there is no dash, okay, gap. So the dressing should follow the shape of the wound. That means when you will do the dressing, you need to follow according to the shape of the wound. You need to do the dressing. Okay. If you're doing like that, something you can avoid, right? So that there is no something. Okay. That gap you need to fill. So again, application of dressing. What will be the answer?
From text B. Text B.
Yeah. So here the dressing should follow the shape of the wound so that there is no dead space. Here they have mentioned ensure wound dead space is eliminated. So here they have mentioned there is no dead space. Okay, ensure dead space is eliminated. And in the bracket, they have mentioned use a dressing that conforms to the contours of the wound bed. So what is contouring or contours of the wound bed?
Shape.
Yes, again, it's the shape. Yeah. So for those who are in YouTube, yeah, thank you for answering. Yes. Now, 17th one. Draw a line around any dash and ask the patient to get in touch if it worsens. Yeah, so from which text it will be? Draw a line around somewhere, okay? And ask the patient to get in touch if it worsens. So when we will draw a line around the wound or whatever, and we'll inform the patient to get in touch if it worsens. Any idea? In YouTube?
Dressing.
Cellulite.
Yes. So here in the dress, yes, we can just read here. it is a good idea to mark the extent of any cellulitis with an indelible marker and tell the patient to contact the food care team.
YouTube on live still on there, which
yeah, it's okay. So if the redness moves substantially beyond the line, so usually what we are practicing, like if a patient have this cellulitis problem, what we will do, we'll definitely mark it. Then only we'll understand like if it is the cellulitis or the redness, whatever it is, it's increasing or not. So what we are practicing in our nursing life, the same thing, right? So it is good idea to mark the extent of any cellulitis. What is the answer then? Any cellulitis. Draw a line around any cellulitis and ask the patient to get in touch if it worsens. So tell the patient to contact the food care team immediately if the redness moves substantially beyond the lines. The same thing, but completely paraphrased. Okay. Hope it is understood.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
So on YouTube, they are commenting like text B, cellulitis. Yes, correct. Good, thank you. Now, 18th one. You might need to involve a dash in the patient's care if you cannot detect a pulse in the foot. So you might need to involve some person or some specialist or something, right? Definitely you need to involve a person if you are not detecting pulse, correct? So if you are, sorry, if you're checking the pulse, if we are not getting the pulse, what usually we will do? We'll get help from other person, right? So from which text it will be? In which case will not
text C.
the pulse at foot? Yes. Maybe after the debridement. See, yeah, when we skim the text, we read like if food pulses are present, what we need to do. If food pulses are absent, what we need to do. So if food pulses are absent, assessment and management of the peripheral vasculature is mandatory before removal of non-viable or necrotic tissue is considered. Referral to a vascular surgeon is suggested in this situation. So if the food pulses are absent, then referral to a vascular surgeon is suggested in this situation. You need to inform the vascular surgeon. So here you might need to involve a vascular surgeon in the patient's care if you cannot detect a pulse. Here they have mentioned like if foot pulses are absent. Same, if you cannot detect a pulse. The same is like the paraphrasing is like if food pulses are absent, then you need to involve this person. Involve vascular surgeon. Now, moving to next question. To maintain good blood flow, leave dash free of tight bandages. Now, free of tight bandages. From which text it will be?
Text B.
When you will take, text B. When you will do dressing, you will do bandaging, right? So text B. Here, to maintain good blood flow, leave dash free of tight bandages. So avoid bandaging over toes. Okay. So leave toes, right? Toes free of tight bandages. So tight bandage, free of tight bandages. Instead of tight bandages, what word they have mentioned here or what phrase they have used here? This may cause a tourniquet effect. Yeah, when you will tight a bandage, the effect is like a tourniquet effect. It's tightening, right? So avoid bandaging over toes as this may cause a tourniquet effect. So you need to leave which part? The toes. So the answer is toes. Now move to next, the last question. Make sure the wound is level. Otherwise, the dash won't be able to grow across. So make sure ONT is level, otherwise something won't able to grow across. So in which text it will be? After the
Department C.
definitely. So it is important to debride the wound margins as well as the wound base to prevent the edge effect whereby epithelium fails to migrate across a firm level granulation base. So fails to migrate across, fails to migrate across a firm level granulation basis. So here won't be able to grow across. Okay, so make sure the wound is level, otherwise the epithelium won't be able to grow across. So in all these questions, what we found out is like they have used the synonym, synonymous language, paraphrasing, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So my suggestion is, I know when we will explain or when you will do practice for like at least 3-4 months for your OET journey, definitely you can crack OET. And the thing you need to follow is like consistent practice. And please make sure like you are not simply reading the question. Okay, most of them what they will do is like they will not read the question properly. Okay, some words they will read and they will go and try to find out the particular words. For example, here the 19th question is like to maintain good blood flow, leave dash free of tight bandages. If you're just checking this tight bandages, the particular word, you cannot find out this word or phrase in that text. Okay, so what you will do, you will check in one text. If you're not finding out like, okay, tight bandages is not there, definitely you will move to next text. Like that, you will waste your time. So please don't think like the same words what they have asked in the question, it will be in your text. No. Okay, it will be they will use synonym, synonymous language, or the paraphrasing. And when you will reading like when you'll read question number 15, you are feeling like, okay, I'm not able to find out the from which text it is. Okay, have some confusion. I don't know whether it's from text C or text D or text A. If you have confusions like that, please skip that question. Okay, don't go back of that particular question. Skip that question then and there. Move to next question and complete it. Okay, because I think most of them what they will do is like they'll read the question. Okay, I'll just find out anyway in 30 seconds. I'll just read and find out, or I'll just skim and find out. No, when you will start doing that, you may take 60 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So when I don't know whether you will get answer or not. Sometimes, yeah, you may find out the answer. Sometimes you may not. So you are simply wasting time and you won't get time to complete the other questions. Okay. So what you need to do is 2 minutes skimming. Okay. Then the 4 minutes. Okay. For each sections like 1 to 7 for 4 minutes. Again, sorry, 1 to 7 for 2 minutes. Okay, because we know the from which text it is. You can just read the question as like what we have done now. So the same thing. Okay, so 2 minutes for 1 to 6 or 7 questions. Then again 8 to 15 or 7 to 14, whatever number is there. Take 4 minutes time. Then again 15 to 20, 4 minutes time. Definitely you can finish in this time if you know from which text the particular question is. Okay. So it will take like 4 plus 4, 8 plus 2, 10. And for skimming, you are taking 2 minutes time. So maximum it is 12 or 13 minutes. And now you may think like, okay, anyway, it's 15 minutes, no? So what we will do in this 2 minutes time or 3 minutes time? You need to check your spellings. Okay, check whether you have written in the answer, whatever you have written in according to the question, or everything you need to just check. Okay, particularly the spellings. So as a medical professional, like what we will think is like, for simple example, a medication name, paracetamol. Okay, I've been a nurse for 15 years, 20 years. So definitely I know the spelling of paracetamol. So you will write it. Sometimes, yeah, most of the time it will be correct. Sometimes it may get wrong because of the tension. Okay, instead of A, if you are writing E or whatever it is, then they won't give you mark. Okay, so 100% you need to recheck your answers after finishing your questions, and yeah, within 12 minutes you need to complete it. And when you will start your reading part A, it will take more than 15 minutes, but slowly you reduce your timings. Okay, from 15 minutes just slow down to 14 minutes, then reduce it to 13 minutes, and then keep 12 minutes, and then continue your practice. And the consistent practice, it's really important. Okay, as a nurse, what we will think is like, okay, today I'm on off. Okay, I don't have any duty, so I will do 5 materials together. For the next 2-3 days, I have morning shift, evening shift, night shift, all those. So I may not get time to do the to practice OET. So if you are following that, we cannot help you at all, because in OET you need to do consistent practice. If you are practicing consistently for 3 to 4 months, okay, according to the method what we are teaching, definitely you can crack OET. Okay, so try to practice daily. Okay, give your quality time for OET. Okay, otherwise I don't think OET can help you. And yeah, I think regarding reading part A, this much to tell you all. And the other thing is like, yeah, some of our students, they have mentioned like, yeah, I don't think I will get time to complete it because the time is running so fast. No, nothing. What we are doing is like, okay, you will answer 1 or 2 questions. Again, you look into the clock or whatever is there on the screen time. Okay, please don't do that. If you are practicing according to the strategy, if you're following the rules, okay, you may not take more than that. Like within 2 minutes, you will skim. Within 2 minutes, you will finish the first session. Then for 4 minutes or whatever it is, you will complete. Okay. We have many students like those who have completed their reading part A in 8 minutes. So definitely it is possible. When we will say this, they will tell like, oh, no, it is not at all possible. But yes, it is possible. Okay. So yes, keep practicing. Try to attend all the sessions. Watch the YouTube videos. Just share your learning experience regarding that. What is learning experience is like whatever you have understood from that particular video. Okay. Mention it. Definitely it will be useful for someone else. Okay. Those who don't have time to watch complete video, or sometimes if we like watch a video, some of them, they will not understand. So if they read your learning experience, they will get an idea. Okay, these are the things they have mentioned in this particular video. Okay, so that you can do it. And if you have any doubt regarding any questions, if you're watching a reading part C, if Father Saleen Joseph is explaining like, okay, these are the scales they have used, or because of this, or this is an absolute, so we have eliminated. So many strategies we are using in our reading, listening, or all the subtests. So what you need to do is whatever you're not understanding, just type it, okay? Put a comment there so that Father Saleen can explain it in the next session. Okay. So yeah, it's easy, but it will take time. And don't think like, okay, within 1 week or 2 weeks, with a crash course, we can complete our OET journey. I don't know. Anyway, I don't think so. Maybe it is possible or may not be. For me, it is not possible as per my experience. And yeah, it is not possible. So just try to, because English is like, as always, Father Saleen is informing us like, okay, this OET is not for only to like pass, or it's a English language proficiency test. Definitely will use when you will work in a European country. So yeah, definitely. So please try to love OET. Then it will be easy. Okay. And be active in our platform. It's our platform because yeah, it's by the health professional and for the health professionals. We are helping each other and growing. So yes, spend your time, learn, and yeah, definitely you can go wherever, whichever country you need. Okay, and yes, regarding this session, if you have any doubt, you can just comment. We'll explain. And I think Father Saleen is here to explain some more, maybe. I know I am a bit fast.
There is nothing else to be explained when once Arya has explained it. Yeah. Congratulations, Arya. You did it great.
Thank you. Somehow I managed, I don't know. Because yes,
Yes.
even yesterday, Father told to take a session. I'm not prepared, like 2-3 hours before I just choose the material. But yeah, definitely it is easy when you love OET.
Yes. So if you have anything to be discussed, you can discuss now. I can assist you. And Arya will assist as well. Yes. You can also take some sessions from learner's perspective. How did it benefit? Or you can give a feedback to Arya ma'am's class. How did you feel? What was some special insight? How did you benefit? With a smile, yes. Who wants to speak?
Father, may I ask a question?
Who is that?
Joanna.
Please.
So would you recommend that we write the sequence on the blank space of the text booklet?
Yeah, you can write. No issues. Sequence the
Okay.
headings, you mean? The headings, right?
Yes, the heading, that's
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. You can write. No issues.
Thank you.
Whatever you can write, because you aren't taking back the sheets that will be collected from you. So there is no issue.
Thank you.
Provided you highlight and write the answers properly in the answer column. And especially part A is manually valued, so there is no issue. Only thing, let your answers be legible. Whatever you write, other things are irrelevant. Yeah.
Thank you. What I've been doing in the past is I'll just refer to the text straight away, but I didn't write them down.
Definitely,
so
while you practice, definitely write down in every page. Okay, if you have more than one page in the question booklet, write down in every page so that it gives you some analytical idea. Once you are competent, even without writing, you may know. See, for example, if I put it here, one sec, let me check if I can show you. Yeah. See, now here you are asking, while practicing, can you see my screen?
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Yeah, like this is what you mean. Yeah, this portion, you see? This portion. You can write down this way, but then, later you will definitely know. For example, you need not know many things. You need to know, first one is types, Second one is inspection of dressings. Third one is debridement. The fourth one speaks about types. That's all you need to remember. See, beautifully when it goes to type, see B now. Often to change a dressing. How often to change? So dressing is here in the second option B. And here tissue removal, debridement. If you know what is debridement, tissue removal definitely happens in that particular text. And choosing certain products. So choosing is always types of dress, or which is best, which is great, which is better. So you go into D, types. Then monitor a wound, inspection, monitor. Synonyms, right? So monitor a wound, inspection of dressings. So each kind, which type? Kind is a synonym of types. And dressing is talking of fluid. So types of dressings for DFUs. So you just, once you have this idea, since you have dressings in two options, you need to take inspection of dressings. Otherwise, only dressings will be okay. Types, dressings, debridement. Again, you have types of dressings. Types of DFU, types of dressings. Only distinction you have to make out. Make it very clear. And I suggest in the initial stages, those who are practicing, go on just writing down from which text is the question. Okay? Don't answer. Just skim the text and go to the questions booklet. Read the questions and highlight. Now, I'll show you the next one. Maybe this way. See now, 7. Lost all sensation. What kind is there? What kind? Kind means, again, types. Types is here in the first option, right?
That's
So
correct.
types, yeah. And if your person's DFU is beneath the nail, what kind? Again, kind is there. Kind is types. See how easy it is. So immediately you can swoop into that particular text. Okay? Just write this way in the initial stage. Don't answer. So that you get that analytical skill, you become competent. Then you can easily identify the things. So next time when you're competent, as soon as you see what kind, immediately you go to type A. And if you remember the basics which I taught you about how to do the skimming, when you skim in the initial stages, I recommend maximum maybe 20 seconds for a text, just to identify the title, section headings, subheadings, names. Names means names of names or designations, names of body parts, medicines, the condition, disease condition, or any instrument, whatever the names. Then number or percentage, sequential expression, time expressions, scale, adjectives, and negative expressions. So, for example, you see here what she did just now. The first A part, title is there, managing diabetic foot ulcer. Then section heading is assessing diabetic foot ulcer. Then you call percentage, you see prevalence, percentage is mentioned here. Then sequential expression, you don't have time expression, scale you have, see often, how often. Yeah, subheadings you have, these three are these three are subheadings. So identify those things, though only 10 things. Out of 10, you might have in one text 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, depending on. And those will be the answers. And coming to the next thing, for example, see here. So you have name, abbreviation, all these things. Then you have name of body parts, toe, nail, all those things, percentage. Then coming to next, see B. You have the section heading applying dressing to DFU. You have the section heading of this particular text, heading of this particular text. Then you have names, body parts here. See, toes, metatarsal, head, foot, skin, fifth metatarsal head, all those things. Then you have sequential expression every 2 or 3 days, first few days. Then you have some scale, cellulitis, the name of a condition. Do you get me? So these are the things.
Yes, Father. Thank
Should
you.
be, yeah. This is how you have to go on skimming the thing, understand the thing, take the steps if you remember, or go to visit those videos, my previous sessions and RMM sessions in the YouTube EduSkills OET YouTube channel, where I have given you 12 steps of practicing A. Those who are in the beginning stage, definitely go through the steps. It will take some time. But later, you see, I've seen so many of them have completed in 7, 8, 9, within 10 minutes. Relaxingly, they have completed. Because once you get those tactics, you know, these are the answers. Answers will simply blink at your eyes. Come on, I am the answer, I am the answer, right? And you just need to keep smiling and writing. Did I answer you, Joanna?
Yes, Father. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Very
welcome.
clear explanation. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yes, you are welcome. Anyone else? This is your chance to ask and get clarified.
Yes,
Good,
Yes,
Father,
Father.
even at
YouTube,
YouTube, you can just post in the
yeah,
comment
there
space
is
if
a
you have some concern.
comment
Yeah, please read.
like
I can't read
how
it
many
here.
reading subtests we need to practice in a day to ready for exam.
In a day, you can practice text A or one text B, one text or 4 texts. It all depends on your competency, ma. In the initial stages, I suggest you just go with maximum one part A in one day, the whole day. Go through those 12 steps. Do every step one by one. Once you are competent, you are not going to look into any steps. You know, you are simply, you'll be swimming through. You do not worry any text. These steps are just to get you accustomed. You know, when you learn some dance, if you are a dancer, you know, in the initial stages to learn the classical dance, you know, 1, 2, you have to movements of each movement with your leg, with the hands separately, you will learn. Right. After that, do you think of it when you're an expert dancer? Do you think of hand, leg, this or that? With the music, you will flow. Exactly, it's the exact thing you will have here. Like dancing skill, you will have a reading skill. Then you will flow with the text. You'll be just swimming through the text. But initially, you can't just dance with the music. You need the beats to be drilled into your brain. Yes. Yes, Ranju Shivan, if you smile, everything will be cool. Cool. She's getting tense. Yes. Anything else? Yeah. Regarding practice, don't we always tell you, suggest at EduSkills, we are not worried about the quantity of practice, but quality of practice. And it all depends how much you can practice, depends whether you're a beginner, whether you're a competent learner, or whether you are just practicing for exam. All these are the criteria which will decide how much you have to practice. You can practice until you are in love with OET. When you feel tired or exhausted, you have to stop. Love is the criteria. Keep a mirror in front of you. When the smile fades from your face, that's the time to stop practice. Yes. Joy,
Good day,
Chinok,
Father.
did you get a speaking partner, learning partner, or speaking partner? We call them learning
No,
partner.
I've not gotten, Father.
Pardon?
I've not
Didn't
gotten
get?
yet, Father.
Okay, maybe
Yes, I didn't get.
admins please inform Anita, okay?
Yeah,
So,
sure.
Okay.
she had been requesting me. Cool. Yeah.
Father, I have a question.
Or else somebody wants to take, you need a learning partner here, you can just mention here in the YouTube or in the Zoom. You can just connect now itself. And we will inform Anita, in charge of learning partners. Anyone who wants to practice speaking?
Yes, Father.
Hmm?
Yes, Father.
Who? Jesse Gigi. Yeah,
think
Joy
this is-
Tinok, you can connect. You just write down the names, then in the Telegram you can chat, okay? And please
Okay,
inform
Father.
admin Anita Lobo, about, yes. And admins also please inform.
Father, I
Okay,
have a
Joy
question.
okay. Yes, please. Yeah.
Thank you once again for this class. Thank you, Antaria, for this excellent explanation. Father, I came across an information in the internet about Canada accepting OET. Though it's not, I don't know how true it is. I don't know whether you have the information.
Canada?
That Canada accept OET now?
Yeah,
Yeah, yes.
almost, yeah. OET is almost universally accepted now. Even if they prefer some other test, then they say either this or that. That's all. No one will refuse OET because it's an international exam. Even states, most of the this kind of states in the US is accepting OET now.
Wow. This is wonderful because I thought all this while is only UK. So I was doing secret prayer that God, please, when I'm ready to write, let it be that it's a universal acceptable language that everywhere you want to go, it will be accepted. It was just yesterday I heard about it. And I quickly go to the internet, I saw
first, yeah, you can, first 3 years you can be in the UK, next 3 years in Canada, next 3 years in one state of America, next 3 years in another state. Let's enjoy life.
Thank you, Father. Thank you so much for this information. I just need
yeah.
the answer here.
Yes.
Thank you, Father.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
Antaria.
Maybe
Wherever
this
you
way.
go, just share regarding your platform.
Sure. I will do that. I will do that.
Yes.
Oh my
Anything
gosh.
else at YouTube? Please, admins, just go through the comments if there is
Yeah,
concern.
you too, please do live writing class as well. It will be highly appreciated.
Yes.
Then
Yeah,
will be.
and you yourself can do once you are familiar. And let me know, what did you learn today?
Okay.
Anyone? With a smile?
Father, I
At
just want
YouTube,
to know that.
yes, please. Who is that?
Father, I want to know the difference. I'm canceling, Father. The
Okay, Jans.
time expression and time expression and the sequential expression. The difference, I have a confusion, Father.
Time expression, 1 week, 1 month, weekly, once in a day, twice in a day. But sequential expression is first, second, third, last. No? Sequence, first, second, third. First one, another one, third one, finally. All those are sequential expression. Sequential is 1, 2, 3. Time expression means even ancient, modern. They are time expressions. Or weekly, you have to take tablets daily. Daily is time expression. Okay, it's not sequence. It's just saying daily, or weekly, or monthly, or every year. You have to consult the doctor. Okay, is that clear?
Thank you, Father.
Yes, you are welcome. And to YouTube, you can type in what did you learn today, and at Zoom, you can speak out if you have a smile on your face. Martha, you are muted. Are you speaking something? Did you say something, Martha?
No, Father.
Okay, cool. I thought you were speaking something to us. Anyone else? No concerns, no doubts? All are experts now. So we can stop sessions in the future because no doubts, no concerns. Right. Only when you ask something or when you cry for something, you'll be given. Otherwise, mommy will be busy with her own work. Yes. Nija? Nija means truth, right? Nija in Kannada means truth.
Yes, Father.
Malayalam also.
Oh, Nijam, right? Yes, yeah, truth. So you have some truth to share?
Yes, what we learned today is just avoiding what I learned. I wrote
avoid the same words to search in the text. Which one is given in the question? We can use the synonymous words, otherwise lose your time. You will not find the same words. And also, if you confuse any question, not stick on that question. Please leave that question and go to the next question. And if getting time, return back and search for that question. And we will take the time 2 minutes for skimming and for 2 minutes for first 7 questions and 4 plus 4 plus 2. So we'll track within 12 minutes to get the section A part. So 3 minutes to check the spelling, rest of the 3 minutes, and correct the words is what is mentioned in the text, the same words. And we must try to practice in consistently and with the smart work. And whenever searching the questions in the YouTube, share the learnings experience, so it will help to others also. And now your Father Salim said sequence expressions, it's first, second, and third. It is the sequential expressions. And time expression is daily, weekly, and yearly. This is time expressions. That's all. Thank you, Father.
Yeah. You can also say very often. That's a expression, time expression, often. Well, sometimes
yes.
even the scales, yeah. And Nijar, you did well except for lack of smile. There was no smile.
Why you like that?
When I don't know, you're when you start speaking, you won't smile, right?
Yeah.
Even while speaking, you can smile. They can go simultaneously. Yes. If you smile and speak, that will be 4 times powerful.
Yes. I will try.
Yes.
But
It's cool, but you summarized it very well. But you did not thank someone.
Yes, thanks to Arya ma'am.
98% thanks to Arya ma'am and 2% to Father.
Asking for thanks.
Yes. And also others also.
Others, yeah.
Encouraging others.
Then 95% for Arya ma'am, 2% for Father Saleen and others, admins and others, 3%. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Calculated and offered.
It's 100% for EduSkills.
Yes. See, you must learn from Arya ma'am. She has passed so many years back. Still, she is there, at this time, spending time for us, preparing PPTs, getting ready. It's not that easy task. When you are learning, you can do it easily because, see, once you pass, then again going back to it and preparing, it's not that easy task. So why don't you learn from her and prepare something and present yourself, some sessions, whatever you learned? No? Who wants to take up a chance? 10 minutes also will do, just on Zoom. Whatever you learned, you can present it. He'll give you PPTs. I think at YouTube there aren't any extra concerns, so we will wind up at YouTube. At Zoom, you can remain if you have something to discuss. Couple of minutes more. 10 minutes. So at YouTube, everybody, God bless you. Okay.